Hey everybody, the Banga is back. Welcome to part 27 of Let's Play Super Mario Galaxy. Brought to you by GameAnyone.com. Okay, say hello to the Trial Galaxies. And there's 3 of them. 2 of them are okay. One of them is going to be downright atrocious. This one, Loop-de-Swoop Galaxy. Remember Loop-de-Loop Galaxy, where you're riding that manta ray for a minute and a half to get to the finish line? Yep, think of that one, only harder. Yeah, you still got a minute and a half, but the course is longer, and some parts are actually pretty damn thin. Like, thinner than most Victoria's Secret models. Only with a little bit more personality. But anyways, I'm not here to bash women. I'm just here to bash this course. It is a monster. He's not joking. Oh, I got... yeah, 3 minutes. Okay. That's actually better. So, you know how this works. I mean, you have to tilt the Wii Remote, like, left and right to actually turn. You gotta hold A to move. The good thing is, there are plenty of 1-ups. The bad news is, you'll probably be needing plenty of 1-ups. So, the best thing that I can advise to you, don't hold down A when you're going this course. You got plenty of time. If you got some straightaways, then yeah, you could probably get away with holding A for a little while. Other than that, don't rush it too much. Just take your time. Be careful with the waves, because they can throw off where you're going to go. Because they can actually tilt you over in certain spots. So as long as you play it patiently, you should be able to pull this off on the first try, or even the second, or the third, or the 8th. You know, depending on what kind of bad luck comes your way. Okay. This is actually going pretty slowly. But slow and steady wins the race. Remember, he says you got 3 minutes. You don't have to beat that... You don't have to beat that time of a minute and a half. Stay in the middle, and you should live. Okay. This is a jump. Stay on the course. Good. That bounce could be scary. Oh my god. I think I made it. Just remember, there's a turn to the left at the end. No best time, but I don't give an F. Try to do better next time? I don't care. I got the star. Just give it to me now. Oh. I wanted to make sure I got the worst one out of the way as quickly as possible. Then it won't feel so bad. I could have done this a little bit faster. Actually, scratch it. I don't think I could have done it much faster, because chances are I would have gotten myself killed. So now that a number right there in the center updates right away. Now that galaxy is complete. I didn't get any star bits, but that's okay. There's no more Lumas to feed. So now, we just gotta head back. Blue one is done. Now let's try the yellow one, right here. Rolling Gizmo Galaxy. Yep, this is the one where you gotta like roll in, you gotta be in the ball form. And it's a pretty long course. But, I have better experience with that one than I do the whole manta ride thing. Yep, don't expect this one to be easy. In fact, this one is pretty lengthy. Okay, I think I have a bit of desync right there, so give me a couple minutes and I'll get everything adjusted for you. Okay, I'm back. I got everything taken care of, so right now we gotta be in the ball again. Only the course is tougher than the other ones we've had in the past. Just be careful with the Goombas, because remember, as soon as you bounce into them, you bounce a little bit. Oh, jeez. Okay. Now, in terms of these blocks over there, all you have to do is just, like, jump into them. While you're rolling, of course. Perfect. Now I gotta kick this. And that's how you get through. I don't think this course has any checkpoints, so that's pretty much the caveat of all this. Those coins are not worth it. Let's watch the ramps, because you know how physics works. You know what? Let's just get this Goomba killed. That was so close. I'm gonna wait. Get rid of this one as well. Because I don't want to be moving around while this is going. Just keep it steady. There we go. You are safe in the middle of this screw as well. Don't forget that. I'd rather not get too tangled. Okay. Now this part can be frustrating because these bombs, they can send you pretty far. Get out of there. Oh. Okay, does this turn? I don't think so. Okay. I think the worst is over, actually. Is it over? I would like to believe so. This kind of reminds me of that game Mousetrap. Okay. That block there could push me to my doom, so I don't want that one up. As for this block, you have to get on this one. Okay, keep it steady. Keep it steady. Keep it steady. Oh, no, no. Oh! You all thought I was gonna fall, didn't ya? Ha ha ha! Not true! I'm still alive! Now, if I missed a star, and I fell to my doom, then I would hate myself forever. But, here we are! Okay, this is not going so bad after all. I was avoiding the Trial Galaxies for some time because I feared that they would frustrate me. But so far I've done both of them on the first try. And the next one could be no different. Well, the next one is actually pretty lengthy, because you gotta be dealing with the bubble form a lot. But it's not a very difficult course, if you're patient. That being said, that's the last Trial Galaxy we need to do. Bubble Blast Galaxy. Let's do this. And then I'm done with that, I might have enough time to try out those purple coin galaxies, or purple coin stars. The Electric Labyrinth. That sounds like if, Daft Punk and, David Bowie did a collaboration or something. That would probably be the best thing you would ever hear in your entire life. I can grab all these, thankfully. Man, I got out at 14 right there. Now, how this works is you gotta just assemble. I can't believe I choked on that. Assemble a sling star, and you have to go through like 5 different areas. Each one has a bubble. Like there's one over here, and as soon as you finish it, you gotta find another sling star that will send you back to the main hub, so you can go to another area, and then repeat the same process. Just remember that if you touch the electricity, you do fail. So, you know, there's a big black hole there for a reason. I'm just gonna do this clockwise, so I'll understand what I need to do. Have a little pattern for it. Watch out for the mines, because of course, you know, if you hit them, then you die. This level is pretty slow, because you gotta have a lot of patience, and you gotta have a lot of control of your bubble. If you have no control, then you're not gonna have a life. You're gonna be dead. The black hole is just gonna swallow you whole, and you're gonna be nothing but nothingness. That sounded a bit redundant, but that's how I feel. That's what's gonna happen. Okay, so that's 2 of 5. Got 3 more pieces to go. I don't remember what side is actually the toughest. I think it could be this one over here. Because you gotta watch for these, like, electric balls. Oh my god, I thought I was going way too fast. That was a near scare, let me tell ya. That one's not tough, but it's so easy to screw up. Okay, flamethrowers. Okay, I think I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit. Even though I can just go back now. You know what, screw it, I don't really need what's over there. What I do need is, like, sweet survival. You don't want to hit the walls too hard, because you might bounce into the electricity. Okay, one more. Now, this galaxy does have a checkpoint. You know, it's not going to be evil enough to make you do all that, and then have to do everything from the very beginning if you screw up once. Of course, the checkpoint doesn't occur until after you assemble the Sling Star, and then get to the next point. This part's not too hard either, it's just a matter of patience. Patience and discipline, and you should be fine. Okay, am I gonna be safe here? It's a little tight squeeze in that cycle. Okay, good. Wait, stop. I think I gotta pass through on the left side, but I'm gonna play it safe and just wait for all this. Okay, I can make the pass here. Just make sure I get enough star bits for a 1-up. Beautiful, we made it through the toughest part. At least I think that's the toughest part. Actually, the toughest part's coming up. But like I said, there's a checkpoint, so you should have less to worry about. This one's just a matter of agility. I mean, sure, there's mines and the electric wall, but guess what else is here? Bullet bills! Yes, and they do follow you. So yeah, have fun with that. Some of these domes are obstacles, so yeah, you gotta be careful, and I think the bullet bill can destroy them. So yeah, good luck. You are going to need it. But it's not absolutely difficult. If you're fast enough, you might be able to keep the bullet bill from chasing you altogether. It might just go straight. Or you can probably just use the environment by itself to block the bullet bills from attacking you. Case in point, like these rotating girders. They can save your life. Because sure as hell those mines will not. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, sweet God. It's like America. Just bullets everywhere. Get it? Get it? Yes! Okay, that part was stressful because there was little to stop the bullet bills from chasing you. You just had to go. But man, that went really well. So all the Trial Galaxies are done. Like, we're finished with them. Okay, so is that purple star comet still over at Good Egg? I think so. Okay, let's go there right now. I think we have time for one purple star. I mean, purple coin star. I'm gonna keep choking on the actual name. You know that, right? I'm guessing if you feel like you're not confident to tackle a certain galaxy, you can just talk to the purple Luma to move that comet. But I think he requires a star bit fee. Probably 30? I don't know. Purple coin omelet. Okay, this one is not too bad. Because there's like more than 100 purple coins throughout the entire galaxy. So depending on what path you can take, you'll probably get them all faster. As far as like spinning into the purple coins, yeah, it only works when you're flying. Remember when I was in the gateway and was actually getting them pretty quickly? Yeah, only when you have the flying suit can you make it work. Otherwise, then you just gotta collect them by colliding into them. Collection by collision. Ugh. F my brain, can't talk nowadays. Okay, well this layout's actually different. But you might be able to get most of these coins just by flying. Like so. And they organize it so that you won't get stuck in one spot and miss out on the purple coins. They're gonna give you plenty of chances to get them. So, you know, that's pretty generous of the game to do that. Like to design the level in a certain way to make it easier for you moving forward. Not to mention, if you think you've already gone somewhere, just remember that Sling Stars actually mark their paths if you've gone through them at least once. They leave behind that little line trail, so you'll know where to go. Which is actually pretty convenient. Now, some of these purple coin stars are easy. Others are downright hard. Well, like I said, that was very well-timed, if I say so myself. Scary, but well-timed. Okay, I missed that one, but that's okay. And I missed that one, that's not okay. Unfortunately, the purple coins, they don't serve as regular coins, so you don't get your HP back. That's pretty disappointing, but by the same token, it would have made things too easy if there was like a ton of coins for you to grab. I think it's gonna get to a point where I actually make a little pass, like back to where I started. Oh, I might be able to get them all here! Alright, perfect! And the star just happens to be where I'm to. So it literally did send me back where I started, and that's where the star is. Alright, that went really well. I don't think I would have enough time to take on another purple coin star right now. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go to the library and read Rosalina's story. First, let me save my game, because that was a nice bit of progress. I think that reading the story would be an appropriate place to end the video, don't you think? So where's the next one to? It's at the fountain, actually. Oh, okay. Guess I'll have to go somewhere else rather than Honey Hive. So really, the path I take is pretty different. Rather than just from like a in sequential order. I'm not sure if they're looking at the book or at our boobs. Why does that book look like something I've read in Mario Party? Chapter 1, The Celestial Duo. Our story begins a very, very long time ago with a young girl. One day, this girl spotted a rusted spaceship holding a small star child. Picking her nose for some reason. "What's your name? Are you lost?" the girl asked the star child. "I'm Luma, and I'm waiting for Mama. She's coming for me on a comet," said the star child, who had been waiting day and night. "Don't worry, I'll wait with you," the little girl promised Luma. Oh, that's one big-ass telescope. At nightfall, the little girl borrowed her father's telescope and peered into the sky. She looked and looked, but she saw nothing. Because you're staring into the sky! Well, there's stars there. Hours turned into days and then years, but still the sky revealed nothing. And the father never asked why you're borrowing my telescope for all those years? Finally, the little girl sighed and said to Luma, "If we stay here much longer, I'll be an old lady soon." But then she had an idea. "Why don't we go out there and find your mother ourselves?" The girl and Luma fixed up the rusty spaceship, and then the two set sail into the starry sky. And this is how the search for the Celestial Mother began. Up, Chapter 2, Starbits. Days passed with no sight of the comet or even a single planet. Instead, asteroids extended for as far as the eye could see. If I had known it was going to take this long, I would have packed more jam, said the little girl above the rumble of her belly. Wait, you eat jam? How about food? Jam's a condiment. Before they left, she had packed all the essentials. Telescope, butterfly net, stuffed bunny, bread, milk, jam, and apricot-flavored tea. But a stuffed bunny? I forgot to bring water. At this, Luma burst into gales of laughter, and the girl began to pout. As long as I have star bits, I'll be fine, said Luma. Want some? The little girl couldn't stay mad after hearing this. But can't eat 'em. Luma continued to laugh, and the girl couldn't help but join in. Alright, maybe just a nibble. Hope you got good dental insurance. Leaning far out of the ship, the pair began to collect star bits with the girl's net. They almost fell out a few times, but they kept on collecting. The star bits tasted like honey. Oh, you can eat them. Chapter 3, The Comet. Hopefully not a daredevil one. A beam of light pierced through the ship's window. Thinking it was the morning sun, the girl peered through the window, only to find a turquoise-blue comet shimmering at her. The little girl shook the sleeping Luma awake and shouted excitedly, "We have to get to that comet!" The pair descended on the comet and found it was made of ice. They looked high and low, but Luma's mother was nowhere to be found. Why would you walk on ice with no shoes? Exhausted, the little girl sat down with a flop, utterly unable to take another step. Look! Peering down at the icy ground where Luma was pointing, the girl suddenly noticed clusters of star bits encased in the ice. Pretty good, huh? Finding star bits is my specialty, said Luma, beaming. There's ice here, but it's so warm. I'll bet there's water here, too. The two decided to stay on the comet for a while. Riding the turquoise comet, the pair continued their search for Luma's mother. Well, thank God they didn't land on the sun! Chapter 4, The Dream. Not MLK's dream, is it? One night, the girl dreamed about her own mother. Where are you going? She asked her mother as retreating back. Without turning, her mother replied, Don't fret, dearest. I'm not going anywhere. I'm always watching over you, like the sun in the day and the moon in the night. Did they have a divorce or something? A wave of sadness washed over the girl. What about when it rains and I can't see the sun or the moon? That's because you're inside. Go out. Look at the sky. Her mother thought for a moment before responding. I will turn into a star in the clouds and wait for your tears to dry. Oh, good to know you didn't raise an absolute wuss. When she awoke, the girl's face was damp with tears. You have star bits in your eyes, said Luma to the girl. Wiping her face, the girl replied, These are tears, not star bits. I'm crying because I'll never see my mother ever again. At this, Luma began to cry too. Mama, oh mama, where? Luma just made it about him? That's so selfish. The pair traveled through the starry skies, and though they encountered many other comets, not one of them held Luma's mother. Luma was despondent. Now, Luma. The rain clouds won't go away if you keep crying, the girl said, giving Luma a squeeze. I'll give you a present if you stop. The girl closed her eyes and said gently, I'll take care of you. With these words, she felt a small spark in her heart. Yeah, you might want to get that checked by a space doctor or something. Oh, home, Chapter 5. The kitchen will go here, and the library will go over there, the girl said busily to herself. We'll put the gate here. Ever since the girl took Luma under her care, she'd been bustling about at a feverish pace. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it to make a happy home. It turned out that star bits weren't the only things buried in the ice. There were tools and furniture unlike any they had ever seen, and the girl used them to build a home. Is this like the IKEA comet or something, to have furniture in there? Looking at the completed house, Luma remarked, Don't you think it's awfully big for just the two of us? With a library, bedroom, kitchen, fountain, and gate, it was certainly spacious. but still, something seemed to be missing. What, a terrace? Or an engine room? "If only my father, brother, and mother were here," the girl said wistfully. Indeed, this house was too large for its two small residents. What are you going to do? To have the two populate? That night, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny close to her heart, the girl fell asleep in the starship. There's more to the story. Chapter 6. Friends. Hopefully not that show with Rachel and Joey in them. Anyways. Then one day, while the girls sat sipping tea, a tiny apricot-colored planet appeared on the horizon. From the planet, another Illuma of the same color emerged. "Do you two know each other?" the girl asked the two Lumas gleefully. Despite the girls' excitement, they seemed uneasy. The two Lumas neither drew closer nor backed away from each other. Instead, they just stared. Then one Luma broke the silence. "My mama!" At once, the apricot Luma parroted back, "My mama! My mama! My mama! My mama!" The two Lumas began to dance around the girl frantically, and neither showed any sign of stopping. The girl was so charmed by this adorable scene that she couldn't help but laugh. And that's when something very strange happened. Oh, that's a lot of Lumas. Suddenly, more Lumas began to pop out from the apricot planet. They were different colors, but they all shouted the same thing. "My mama! My mama!" The sight of all the shouting Lumas only made the girl laugh harder. What am I going to do with all these children? The Lumas just stared blankly as she doubled over laughing. "I guess we'll have to name each and every one of you." Tomorrow, once she had finished naming them all, she would begin moving all the Lumas into the new house. How would you tell them apart if some are the same color? Now the telescope. After seeing their 100th comet, they actually counted this? Seriously? They're that bored? A sudden thought popped into the girl's head. I wonder if my home planet is still as blue as it was. That's when she remembered her father's telescope, which is like the size of a bat. Peeking into the telescope, a tiny blue dot floated into sight. It was smaller than a starbit. How strange. It's so far away, but it feels so close. She twisted the knob of the telescope, and the blue dot grew until she could make out a grassy hill dotted with flowers. It seemed very familiar to her. Kinda looks like Peach's castle. Zooming even closer, a terrace on the hill came into view. I used to go stargazing there when I lived on my home planet. Well, of course, that's not Peach's castle. She remembered rubbing the sleep out of her eyes as she followed her father up to that hill to look at the stars. She remembered how she and her brother would sled down that hill. She remembered having picnics with her mother on that hill on bright and windy days. And I want to go home! I want to go home right now! The girl burst into tears, and the Lumas didn't know what to do. I want to go home! I want to go back to my house on the hill! I want to see my mother! The girl was shouting now, her face wet with tears. But I know she's not there. I knew all along that she wasn't out there in the sky, because... she's sleeping under the tree on the hill! Oh, she's dead. The girl's cries echoed through the stars, and a hush fell over the area. Chapter 8. The Wish. Though usually quite cheery, one day the girl became sad again. Luma drew close and tried to comfort her. Mama, you still have me. And don't be sad about your mama, because she's a part of you. That means she's always close by. It's like me. I love starbits because they remind me of my mama. No, the girl said, unable to stop the tears. A lonely look flickered across Luma's face, but it was soon replaced by a wide grin. I have an idea! I will transform into a comet, a soaring comet that can carry you all on this journey. With that, Luma, trailing bands of white, soared high into the sky and just as quickly started to plummet back down. Kaboom! Kablam! The ground shook, and a bright light poured out of the crater that the Luma had created. The bands of light twisted together to form a comet tail. And then Luma emerged, reborn as a comet. The girl could scarcely believe her eyes. But how? She kept asking. Our destiny as Lumas is to transform into different things, said a red Luma who had suddenly appeared. Stars, comets, planets, we can become all of those things. When I grow up, I want to become a star that makes someone special smile, said a green Luma. A blue Luma chimed in. That Luma turned into a real cutie of a comet, didn't he? All of the Lumas together said, No more crying, Mama! Thank you, said the girl in a whisper, and she pulled the Lumas close and hugged them. From that day on, starbits no longer fell from the girl's eyes. But I thought Lumas liked starbits. The comet set forth for the girl's home planet, its long tail blazing proudly behind it. And there's more. Final chapter, Family. With its many Lumas and telescopes, the comet was quite a sight to behold. The girl and the Lumas were proud to call it home. At a welcoming party for a new Luma, the girl gathered everyone in the kitchen and said in a louder voice than usual, Alright everyone, let's make a cake. A cake sprinkled with star bits. Then it will be a star cake. No, it will be a star bit cake. The Lumas excitedly began to gather the ingredients. As she watched the Lumas scurry about, the girl smiled and thought to herself, This is my family now, and I will stay with them until they're ready to leave the nest. And when they do leave, I'll see them off with a smile. Because that's what makes a mother happiest. That night, when the girl lay down to sleep, a soft light enveloped her and reminded her of the blue planet she once called home. But it would be nice to return home once every 100 years to nap in my favorite sleeping nook. What, above your dead grandma, a dead mother or something? The comet carrying the Lumas and the girl continues on its journey to this very day. With more family members in tow than can be counted, it's said that the comet visits the girl's home planet once every 100 years, its proud white tail glittering in the sky. Which of course marks the Star Festival. The end.
That's all.
Yes, your story is finally finished, and not a moment too soon. Anyways, I'm going to stop the video here, and in the next part, we're going to get more purple stars. Purple coin stars. See ya, everyone!